Diego Maradona has one of the craziest rises to fame and one of the craziest downfalls from fame of any human to ever exist. And in this video, I will explain everything. Let's start off with his rise to stardom. Maradona grew up in poverty that most of you couldn't even imagine. He grew up in a village called Villa Fiorito in South Buenos Aires with his mother, father, 4 sisters, and 2 brothers. There was no water pipes in Diego's house, so every day he had to go to the village, gather water, just so his family could wash dishes and bathe. Diego's mother always told her kids that she had a stomachache at dinner, but this was a lie. She told this to her kids because she couldn't feed the whole family, and she'd rather have her kids eat than herself. This poverty made the early years of Diego's life unimaginably hard, but he made the most of the situation. At 3 years old, Diego's family couldn't afford any toys, so all Diego had was 1 ball. Diego would practice every day for hours because he had nothing else to do to pass his time. Diego always hated school and he hated studying, so he spent all of his time out in the fields with the kids from his local village. These fields are where Diego developed all of his talent, and eventually at age 9, he was noticed by a scout and he signed his first ever contract. This team he signed for was Argentinos Juniors youth team, and he made a name for himself. At age 10, Maradona made the Clarin newspaper, which was one of the largest newspapers in Argentina at the time. The article said he was a kid with the class and appearance of a football star, but they made the mistake of calling him Caradonna rather than Maradona. Diego suddenly had a small level of fame. He started juggling his football in public to entertain the masses with his unbelievable ball control and skills. At age 15, Diego Maradona officially made his senior debut for Argentinos Juniors, and the rest was history. Diego Maradona was finally a professional football player, and his career achievements have only been matched by a few players. He had 183 goal contributions in 258 games for Napoli, 58 goal contributions in 58 games for Barcelona, and 34 goals in 90 games for Argentina. And he was at the peak of his powers when he led Argentina to a World Cup triumph in 1986. In that tournament, he scored the famous Hand of God goal, and he also scored a goal against England, which was later named Goal of the Century. He was also a 4-time winner of the Footballer of the Year award, which was basically the Ballon d'Or at the time. Maradona had accomplished so much, and with the success, he made sure to help out his family. He always made sure to give money back to his family to make their lives easier back at home. Maradona even had a religion created for him. It's a parody religion called Iglesia Maradoniana, where 300,000 people follow this religion to celebrate him being the world's best footballer to ever exist. Now, how could a man who brought his family out of poverty and had a religion created for him possibly fall from fame and ruin his life? The answer to this question is a lack of guidance and too much freedom. I'm 100% not blaming his parents for this, but when kids grow up in poverty, they typically have less guidance than the average kid. This is because parents simply aren't around the house all that much. And when Diego came into the presence of a lot of money, he had no idea what to do with it. This resulted in him spending too much money on drugs, and he ended up having an alcohol, cocaine, and many other drug addictions. Maradona received many suspensions in his career, and it got worse as he got older. In 1991, Maradona got suspended for 15 games for using cocaine before a game, and in 1994, Maradona got banned from the World Cup entirely. Maradona's career was cut short due to drugs, and it's crazy to think with how good he was, how much better he could have been if he didn't take as many drugs. In 2001, Diego Maradona played in his testimonial match. He was overweight and out of shape, and defenders didn't tackle him because they felt bad for him. He scored 2 penalties that game where the goalie didn't even attempt to make a save. It was meant to be a great event to watch Maradona play his final game, but it ended up being awkward for spectators because they were just watching an out-of-shape Maradona run around the field. By the year 2001, Maradona had been a drug addict for nearly 2 decades. At the age of 40, Maradona struggled with obesity, depression, heart, lung, and liver problems, and obviously a drug addiction. With all of these problems, he suffered his first cardiac arrest at age 43. Now, up until the year 2020, Maradona had turned to a coaching career. He coached at many clubs throughout his career, and he even coached the Argentina national team from 2008 to 2010. Still, throughout his career, his health never got better, and on November 25th of 2020, Diego Maradona passed away due to a heart attack. As sad as it was honestly a miracle that he made it to age 60. Even though he had so many problems in his life, we should still remember him as an inspiration that no matter what situation you're born into, you could accomplish anything you set your mind to. If you want to check out another inspirational story, I would highly recommend checking out this video. You probably don't even know who this guy is, but trust me, his story is amazing. And as always, please subscribe and thank you for watching.